a máa share broadcast yìí. Koikimedia, bringing the world closer to your doorstep. What we are witnessing here right now is àwọn Muslim extremists here wọ́n ti dé, àwọn alákatakítí here wọ́n ti dé normal but àwa ti dé lè so but I'm very sure they will be here very soon but we are not here to cause trouble, we are only here peacefully. As you can see, our armed with anything. Actually, the police have condoned off the court area, but àti bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ ni pé àwa gbà láti wá dá wàhálà lẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ àkọ́wá dúró at solidarity ni because a rí pé àwọn Muslim yẹn wọ́n try láti relate to one last week ní pé wọ́n pọ̀ jù wá lọ ìjọba a máa ṣe ọ̀dọ́ káàsì ẹ̀. Koikimedia bringing the world closer to your doorstep. Àmọ́ ó sì jìnnà mẹ́ ayé náà fúwájú mi díẹ̀ ó jí mi. Ẹ̀rẹ̀ fún fìlà kan náà níbi rẹ̀ wẹ̀ ẹ́ fún mẹ́rẹ̀.
Ayé wà lọ́wọ́ wa àwọn ọlọ́pàá tó tọ́jú sí ìgbà
kámẹ́rà gan mo dúró pẹ̀sì lẹ́yìn kọ́ máa lọ fọ àwọn olóṣì àwọn wèrè they are not just guided. Ele okay. àwọn ni wọ́n fojú gba tear gas níjọ́sí. So bí báyìí gangan ni wọ́n ti attack wa ní last week tí wọ́n ti ń skid ìgbà tí wọ́n wọ́ lọ lórí títì nígbà tó fi wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí skid sí ibi táwa dúró sí kò sí ìbàlá dúró sí last week tí àwọn ọlọ́pàá fi tear gas. So we are live here again nígbà gangan níwájú court over there. Court here lè wà nínú compound here. So we are already at the premises of the courts. The police are here and Koikimedia bring you the word closer to your doorstep. So what we are expecting now, people starts. Today is 11th of September 2023. So what I'm expecting is to court will call up the as we all know that the court does not waste time. Court come objections and filings and within minutes or maybe 1 hour if the case is a different one or something like that. So we are still going to stay live for now, and if it is necessary for us to end the live, we are going to do that, and we'll come back on air later. But for now, we are still going to stay live. Koikimedia bring you the world closer to your doorstep. As you can see, we are peaceful, not armed with guns or anything, or machetes or anything. So this is why we are bringing it clear. This is why we are bringing it clear to the air for the world to see that stand in solidarity for the Tani Olohun is an oppressed man. Those that are standing in solidarity for the oppressed man are not armed. They are peaceful, only putting on white caps, red caps, and their attire. Koikimedia bring the world closer to your doorstep. 11th September 2023. Drag iPhone like that's why video like iPhone not sharing. I'm lost from probably so what we are is that people are still coming on the way, and as you can see, this place is clear. The Muslims fanatics are not here for now, but I'm very sure they are still coming, but we are not against them. They can also come and stand in solidarity for what they filed, but we also have the right to stand in solidarity. Koikimedia bring the word closer to your doorstep. Okay, they are arriving. They are arriving. Small, little by little. Nothing there. Yes. Koikimedia bring you the word closer to your doorstep. are reporting live at the GRA in Ilorin, Kwara State, once again for the next session of Tani Olohun.
Okay, sir. Right, sir. On the video like this, maybe it's our back. It's in our back. Then the rest is with the match, just like so now this will turn the video. We'll put the video like this. We'll turn the video like that. Show you guys. Your video. We do about Yami.
We doing it very well. I do know this.
Good.
Give me a cup.
Why give you a cup? You think I'll go? We are going down.
You sit there. You do
You see any of our will get it for it.
you sit with the fan and it will be again. This security are our own.
Nothing.
That's very good. Very, very good. The Muslim supporters are arriving. We are monitoring the situation. We are monitoring the situation because they are arriving. The Muslim supporters. You don't have to call them fanatics now until when they start behaving like fanatics, like they did last week. This was where they were gathered last week before they skidded onto our lane. We are in this lane, and we are on that lane. Before they skidded to the other lane, before the police came to disperse with tear gas. And one of our women was affected with the tear gas. But we thank God. Okay, don't they come.
What's our life? 2 weeks. That's the banks. On a fait un temps. On est famille. Ça on peut cette chance.
Our cap encore. But the nets are no good for there too.
Probably we are still going back there, sir.
But the nets are no good for there too.
That's
Same thing. And also, we're not going to be biased. What we witness again is that the security are not that much like last week. That is what we also witness. The security are not that much like last week. So, but they are here. They have cordoned off the area. So we're still going to be live for now and monitoring the situation. So I'm going to continue on soon.
Gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹ ṣe béèrè lọ́wọ́ mi lóòótọ́ tó gbé mi wá sí ibi ilé ìlú tó ṣùgbọ́n gbogbo wa náà nítorí ọ̀gbẹ́ni wa arákùnrin wa Tani Olohun èyí ni ìgbẹ́jọ́ wọn pẹ̀lú àwọn Muslim. Èyí ni wọ́n fi ìgbẹ́jọ́ wọn sí. Torí ẹ̀ náà la ṣe dìde tatúyà tá a ṣe wá sí ìbáyé lónìí láti gbọ́ bí àwọn ìjọba wa, àwọn aláṣẹ wa kọ́ ṣe máa bá wa darí ẹjọ́ yẹn sí, bí a sì nígbàgbọ́ wípé ayọ̀ náà ló máa jáde ńbẹ̀ láṣẹ ìjọba rẹ̀. Mo mọ̀ pé a máa ní àṣeyọrí.
Ẹ ṣeun gan. Balógun ti. Àbẹ́yìn lè padà yíká nínú ilé. Àwọn aráyé sọ̀rọ̀.
Mo ṣe ìlàbọ̀ olú, ìlàbọ̀ yìí, ìlàbọ̀ ṣíṣe. Mo ṣe kéèpà òrìṣà, gbogbo olóríṣà pátápátá. Mo kí gbogbo aráalé tó ń wò mí nílé lóko lájò wípé kúkú dédé àsìkò yìí.
Kí lórúkọ yín àti ibo lẹ ti wá?
Orúkọ mi ni Èyí Olókun Kúntẹ́niọlá, ẹgbẹ́ di wúrà ìtànná ajé, tí mo jẹ́ Olókun Priestess. Mo fi ìlú Ìlọrin ṣe ibùgbé.
Bá wa sọ kí ni ohun tí a wá ṣe lónìí báyìí ní òní yìí.
Ọ̀rọ̀ ọmọ ìyá wa nínú ẹ̀sìn ìṣẹ̀ṣe tó ń jẹ́ Tani Olohun, òun náà ni nǹkan tó gbé gbogbo wa wá sí bíbà ní òwúrọ̀ yìí. Àwọn bàbá wa ti sọ̀rọ̀, ọmọ ìyá wa ti sọ̀rọ̀, ohun tó gbé wa wá síbẹ̀ yẹn náà ni àdúrà tèmi ni wípé ká ṣẹ́gun ń bẹ̀, ká ṣẹ́tẹ̀ ń bẹ̀, gbogbo ẹ̀yin aráalé, gbogbo ẹ̀yin awo mímọ́ káàkiri àgbáláyé, gbogbo ẹ̀yin oníṣẹ̀ṣe tẹ́ fẹ́ràn Ọ̀rúnmọlẹ̀, tẹ́ fẹ́ràn Olódùmarè, tẹ́ sì gbà fún ṣẹ̀ṣe lótìtọ́ àti lódodo, ẹ fi wá sínú ìwúre yín wípé gbogbo ogun tó wà nílẹ̀ ká rẹ́yìn ogun, ká fi ìdùnnú àti ayọ̀ ká fi gbẹ̀yìn ọ̀rọ̀ tó wà nílẹ̀.
Ǹjẹ́ ẹ lè sọ fún wa kí ló fà á kí nìdí tí ẹjọ́ yóò ṣe tẹ̀síwájú ní ọ̀sẹ̀ tó kọjá tó fi di pé a tún wà níbí ní ọ̀sẹ̀ yìí?
Ìdí tí a fi ní ìdánidúró díẹ̀ ní working strike, ìyanṣẹ́lódì ọjọ́ méjì tí àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ tí wọ́n gbẹ́sẹ̀, òun ni ò jẹ́ ká lè wá sí ilé ẹjọ́ ní ọ̀sẹ̀ tó kọjá tó fi wá sún sí ọjọ́ títò.
Ẹ ṣé gan. So thank you very much. Náà fún àṣẹlágbá Ọlọ́run. Koikimedia bringing the world closer to your doorstep.
All the way from Ibadan to Ilorin, and the same kind of power you've been using in detaining him. And so I think enough is enough. It is everyone's right, the parties, any religion feel like that. By virtue of blackmailing, which they are capitalizing right now, that's the basis of his detainment. I think in the constitution, we all know blackmailing is just like a civil case. but they will feel like the oppressive character in them is shaping them out. And that's why they love justice, people of freedom, people, lovers of justice across the world are solid and solidarizing with Tani Olohun. Thank you very much.
You have anything to say? Yeah, the Muslims are arriving. They are already arriving. Our Muslim meeting arrived, but they are not being controversial because I think they are respecting the the presence of we that came to stand in solidarity for Tani Olohun. And I think they are being cautious of their misconduct last week, but they are not being controversial right now. And the police are also here. So we thank you very much for our share. Koikimedia bring the world closer to your doorstep. Sure. My share broadcast here. My share broadcast here. In case of anything, it is very necessary to share the broadcast. Very, very necessary to share broadcast here. But we are peaceful here. Whatever share. And Tani Olohun is here. Our prison officials wanting to be Tani Olohun bo. So Tani Olohun is in bo already. Wanting to be bo. So prison officials are here already. So I think the court is going to start now or very soon. Meeting Oma, they were little my big bar. But what it be Tani Olohun dey by, and they are trying to enter the courts. The prison officials are here with Tani Olohun. Tani Olohun is not a prisoner. Tani Olohun is not a prisoner. Sure. Àwọn èèyàn náà tí wọ́n ara ẹ̀ pápá o. Àwọn èèyàn wá sí tó ti wà ráìsì bẹ́ẹ̀ náà sì ni àwọn náà arrive. We are arriving simultaneously at the core premises, including the Muslim supporters. We are not against them. Preserve it at the back of your mind. Have it at the back of your mind that we are not against them. Koikimedia bringing the world closer to your doorstep, but it is our right to stand in solidarity for our religion. So you help us to share the broadcast. It is very necessary because we are peaceful here. We are only here in solidarity, and they are also here in solidarity. So it is very important to share the broadcast. The prison officials are here, but I think they have not conveyed Tani Olohun to this area yet. Once again, we are live at GRA Ilorin, Kwara State, at the upper area court. The upper area court at GRA Ilorin, Kwara State, live Koikimedia, 11th of September 2023. Bàbá wa sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ wá àdírẹ́sì wa bàbá ẹ wá àdírẹ́sì wa bàbá ọba ìsà ọgbọ ẹni kọ́ àdírẹ́sì wa fún just 2 minutes. Yóò ṣe ń lé o. Afa. No do again.
Momo, since we say no activities to
But we just need to stay live so that in case of anything. So far you have power bank. You can just stay live in case of anything. This is the point between what you attack journalist, Mr. Gentle, last week, not that way. Between what you attack Mr. Gentle, journalist, Culture TV, tí ó ń ṣe live coverage ní ìta court tí ó ń ṣe ní court ibẹ̀ náà la wà ibi tí àwọn èèyàn ẹ ti attack journalist yẹ ní last week journalist yẹ Culture TV so ibẹ̀ la wà. This is just 8:49. This is just 8:49 a.m. 8:49 a.m. on the 11th of September 2023. So we are still here. I think the court will be starting around 10. So I think we are going off now. So we are going offline. This is just 8:50 a.m. So we are coming back online in the next 1 or 2 hours. 1 hour or 2 hours when the court. Okay. According to the latest information, Tani Olohun has been conveyed to the courts. As we said the other time that the prison officials have brought Tani Olohun to the courts. So the information that is getting to us now is that Tani Olohun is now in the court, but they don't want us to see him for now. So I think the court session is starting very soon, but he's already in the courts, Tani Olohun. So we'll be coming back online later. Koikimedia bring the word closer to your doorstep. Dárúkọ yìí fún wa bàbá wa.
Orúkọ mi ni Ọba Àrísà Adégbẹ́dẹ̀ Anígbàdúnà Pápọ́láwọlé láti ẹyẹ ńkọ ni àti wá lórí ọ̀rọ̀ èèyàn wa nílùú Ìlọrin lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Abdulaziz Agboola Talọ́lọ́hun lórí ọ̀rọ̀ rẹ̀ náà la fi wá torí èèyàn wa ni a sì ọgbọ́n dá sí ìtọ́ra àlefílẹ̀ àlefèèyàn wálẹ̀ fún yàjẹ́ àtẹ̀jẹ́ pé àwọn alákàtí títí ẹ̀sìn wọ́n fẹ́ fi ọwọ́ ọlá wọ́n fẹ́ fi gbá wa lójú táwọn alálẹ̀ àtàwọn olúmọlẹ̀ tó gbà fún wọn àmọ́ lágbára Ọlọ́run lónìí tá a wá ètò lónìí ètò agbára lọ́wọ́ ilé ìgbìmọ̀ rẹ̀.
Ẹ dárúkọ ilé kan sí.
Orúkọ mi ni Adégbẹ̀dẹ̀ Fákọ́láwọlé Barrister ìpínlẹ̀ Èkìtì láti ẹ̀yẹ Ìlọrin nípínlẹ̀ Èkó.
ẹ ṣé gan, thank you. Free Tani Olohun now. Anyways, I still love, but the information to work to ṣe dé sí wa lọ́wọ́ sí ni pé Tani Olohun ti dé. Tani Olohun ti wà ní court already, so I think the court will be starting now, and it's not going to run for too long. So we are going to stay live for now. Koikimedia bring the world closer to your doorstep.
Yeah, but get it. Otherwise, you get. But I do it. Yes,
I think they can't intimidate us today because at already go live. Already put on Kamalo live. Be it last week.
okay, sir. Which business will decide? No, they don't contact me.
In case if they want to misconduct now, what am I in UK? What am I should be animal in UK? Koikimedia bring the world closer to your doorstep.
Yeah, mo wà pẹ̀lú ìsàlẹ̀ kárọ̀sà. Hello, mo pẹ̀lú kárọ̀sà. Ṣé ẹ gbọ́ mi? Abbiamo foto della camera del padre, giornalista, abbiamo foto della camera.
má bínú sí wa tẹ́ bá rí activities for now, but akọni láti wà online in case of anything, and we have been conscious tó la ṣe wà ní apá kan àwọn náà dẹ̀ wà ní apá kan. Koikimedia bringing the world closer to your doorstep. Once again, live as GRA, Ilorin, Kwara State, at the upper area courts. Thanks, man. Change it. Change something. Change it up. So, thank you for watching for now. We'll be coming live later. Koikimedia, bringing the world closer to your doorstep. Free Tani Olohun now. We're coming back live later. Thank you very much. Koikimedia, 11th of September 2023.
wá lọ ṣàbákò bóyá orúkọ ọkọ láàárọ̀ àwọn tó yẹ sílẹ̀ nàìjíríà ọmọ ìyá ìwọ kò ṣe lórí títà níbẹ̀ wọ́n ṣe space prayer. Wọ́n ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti bí àwọn àbárò ní ẹsẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀.
"49 years old and they don't have a future yet." So the question, T, we should be asking my audio from the Mix LR, and they can be able to listen to me. Muki Eyi Kengbowa. Okay, let me do this way. Because let me mute my speaker again. Because yeah. So that until I already backup channel one, they can still see what I'm doing without missing anything. Yeah, we're good to go. So at least I'm still live and they can still watch me. If you don't know my YouTube backup, Muki Mr. Fab, good morning, happy new week. Ajay. I know some of you are angry, you are upset, maybe because the way we present, the way we talk to you, we don't respect you like but that is not the issue. The real issue, Muki Mr. Labi Samuel, good morning and good afternoon, good evening to as many of you. All hail our Biafra brothers, and all hail Ambazonia, all hail the Scottish people, all hail the Welsh people, as many people that wants to leave their country and have their own independent country. There's nothing wrong in that. Nigeria is dead. There's no justice. There will never be justice because we have never won. Muki Mr. Olatunji, shout out to those of you on the MixLR, and once again, good morning. I've picked up the paper this morning in this country. What am I expecting? I want to know that my government here is working for me. And I want to see the same thing happening in Nigeria. But like I said, Abacha took out $5 billion. This money was not from the northern part of Nigeria. The bulk of the money was from the sales of the crude oil. The bulk of the money Abacha stole, which is about $5 billion, was from the sales of the crude oil. Now, if Abacha was genuine, if Abacha was honest, all the technology that we are using today, we would have it in Nigeria, where we have Silicon Valley, where we have even our own satellite operating in the space, where we would have research center, where we would have better education. All these are the reason that we are asking that when we say we love Nigeria, do Abacha love Nigeria? Do Atiku Abubakar Bagudu, the former Kebbi State Governor, the current Minister of Budget and Planning, does he love Nigeria? Ijaya, I cite you. Does he love Nigeria the way we love Nigeria? Because he was part of the people that was siphoning money on behalf of Abacha. My question to those of us that are average people, we are average people in Nigeria. If you commit a crime in Nigeria, you will be dealt with. If a rich man commit crime in Nigeria, they will go scot-free. How many court cases is going on in Nigeria today that has become wishy-washy? Because you will realize that those court cases are not going to be honest. And they will drag and drag and drag and drag it until the court, even you, a lot of us have forgotten about some of the court cases. I'm talking about corruption cases. But the little one that they want to use to break bone, they will go after it. People like, Tani Olohun, you can see the kind of, hypocrisy. You can see the kind of, game that they are playing. Ijaya, once again, good morning, my brother. Shout out to those of you on all the platforms, and good morning. My name is Olami Koiki. As we continue the Yoruba Nation campaign and awareness, which is the only way to live our life to have a better understanding, so that we can live the kind of life that I and the European countries and European citizens are living. Yes, if you want to travel to any other country, if we have a country that is working like Nigeria, we should not be able to go and apply for American visa, and it's going to take you 1 year and 2 months. When the American citizen can easily come to Nigeria because they are global, economic backbone. They have money, they have power, so their passport travels around the world. But my passport, which is a Nigerian passport, is not valued. But that is not the issue. The issue is about who we are. Who literally are we? Some of you that wants us to keep the entity, the brand. We don't have problem with Hausa people. We don't even have problem with Fulani people. Let them stay on their own. Let us stay on our own. Because I don't think the British government will allow a Fulani terrorist to live in this country. I don't think they will do so. The British government is not going to give room for the Hausa people to live in this country. They're never going to accept it. So, and again, the same thing goes with the Yoruba terrorists. Our boys, Mejiko, they are still serving their prison time. They actually killed a serving military guy in Woolwich. This happened some years back, probably about 7 years now. I can't remember. But then Tobaroti case here. There were 2 Yorubas walked by Boboyen near Woolwich because of the doctrine, Tongboni no message of Islam. They became a terrorist. Any country in a civilized society doesn't want a terrorist. So if I am a Yoruba man and I'm saying I want a Yoruba territory, does not mean that if we want to have a Fulani that wants to live with us, yes, there's no problem. But we must be able to know the kind of Fulani that is that person. I must be able to know the kind of Igbo that is living with me. I don't want a pedophile. I don't want somebody that is doing drugs. I don't want a Yoruba that is doing Yahoo Yahoo. Yes, I was watching most of it in international branding when it comes to what is happening. Do you know that there are so many sophisticated criminals around the world? I was watching Singapore. Singapore is the lowest crime in the world. But there are people that will take advantage of it even though it's still the lowest. They actually busted, I don't have another phone to go with. They actually busted the rings of criminals. They were living a big lifestyle. They have Rolls Royce. I'm sure some of you that must have come across the news. You can type it. Singapore, ní weekend yìí. Singapore today does not want criminal, but criminal still wants to live there. Do you know that even while I was watching that documentary, Mumbo, lórí the back end, you'll be able to see this. Singapore. Singapore today is a country that I would love to go and live. Lee Rigby was killed in 2013 in UK. Singapore has a population. Mumbo. Singapore, officially the Republic of Singapore, is an island country and a city-state in the maritime Southeast Asia. Let's look at some of their... all right, I can bring this close to me because... Good morning and once again, welcome. Singapore is 5.4 million, but criminals wants to go there and operate from there through cryptocurrency crime, through fraud. But something took place over the weekend in Singapore. Let's look at crime in Singapore. Crime rate in Singapore, Plan B. There's no sound in the MixLR. How? Oh, okay, yeah, because your sound there, Kuro. Okay. harassing
they are
them.
not harassing the leaders. They are not harassing people. Still devise a means, find a way, go to those leaders' house. It will be more better than to go to people that hardly feed, than to go to their houses. They should better go to those leaders' house.
Okay.
As I said, I stand. If Yoruba they are leaving the nation, I stand. They want to have their nation, I stand. If people want to have their nation, I stand. Because the way Nigeria is going, nothing is working. Nothing is working.
And it's never going to work.
When they said, I promise that, when they say right now Nigeria is not 37 states, it's no longer 36 states any longer. It's not 37 states.
It's a fraud.
They said Abuja is not a state, but it's a territory. And the territory and the president is the one that is governing Abuja. But they're not saying in the court that it doesn't matter. So they're trying to say that you people are free, go and commit crime, and we are committing. That is it. That is the narrative. That is the narrative they are pushing to Nigerians, that you are free, go and commit crime as we are committing it. Break it. They make the rules and they break it. Instead, they will arrange a rules that will continue to impoverish the poor citizens, the innocent citizens. Then they will make the rules that will help them set, that will allow them to steal, that will allow them to massacre the people and impoverish them. Wicked Nigerian leaders.
Very wicked.
Heartless people.
Very wicked.
Wicked people. People will not act.
Do you know what even amazed me, my sister, is that when you see people coming online and say, I'm sick, I need 5 million. And I'm thinking, how much is 5 million in a country that can treat you up to the value of 100 million? And the innocent Nigerians, out of their hard-earned money, will now have to start donating £10 here, 100,000 here, and people are, even those in Nigeria with their little, Nigerians will still donate, but the diaspora always push them more. And when we now see some celebrity wants to take advantage, how can a country be there and people are sick and they have to come on social media for begging to beg? I mean, it's crazy.
Nigerians are not the way help Nigerian citizens. Innocent Nigerian citizens are not the one helping the fellow Nigerians. See them on the street trying to donate money to help another Nigerians. While the leader, they sit upon the money, they sit on top of the money and do whatsoever they want to do with it.
In billions.
And live as much as they want.
In billions.
Imagine there is no health care in the country. A little young girl was shot by police. A young girl, not even up to 15 years, was shot by police for no reason. They said it's a mistake. And they took the girl from one hospital to the other. They did not even answer. They did not answer this child. They checked to this hospital. They said they should go and bring police report. Another hospital, first of all, treat this child first. They refused. At the end of it, the child died.
Jeez.
The child died. Wicked leaders in Nigeria. Wicked leaders. Police will commit atrocity. Nothing is done about it.
The injustice is not for us alone. No. Even in the north, we are concerned. I mean, Nnamdi Kanu at some point was out on the Nigerian High Commission, protesting against the injustice in the northern part of Nigeria. So people think because we are asking for Yoruba Nation and Biafra,
in the part of Nigeria right now, the people, when they want to go to their farm to go and get their farm produce, they have to bribe.
They are paying levy. They are paying levy to the terrorists. That is why we are still able to have food. Because they are paying levy. They don't want them to attack their farm and their farm produce. Maybe because we don't want to pay levy. So we became, a target.
Okay, my brother. How many of the leaders have ever addressed it and do something about it?
Never. They will never. Never.
But according to my Cameroonian people, he said they shook him. They are shaking their mouth in another territory in another country that are working hard to fix their country, to make the colonial master get out of their country so they can use
the problem with Nigeria. They never fix that.
They are dabbling into
they want to go and fix the problem with Nigeria.
There are so many mess in their country. They are not addressing it.
All right, thank you so much, my sister, because we are really out of time now. I really appreciate that. Was a great input. If anybody wants to come on the TikTok, I'll probably give 2. We can't take calls because we're using the phone for streaming as well. Let me finally go back to, there was a particular tweet, the comment under that tweet. I've not seen that already. everybody just they play with the Bobby of this Yoruba actress where video this one put the Bobby for mouth. He put if people don't good though. This one put the Bobby. He say Yoruba na the Bobby, the man na Igbo. I don't know whether the man was Igbo, but whatever it is, you know. This one say, oh yeah, travel with Yoruba passport now. Make we hear what I beg. This one is Olalade, and I'm sure she suffer. I'm sure they're abusing now a Yoruba woman or Yoruba girl. She said, oh yeah, now. Yeah, well, I mean, we don't have the passport here. So why is, you can see the stupid thinking. We don't have the passport. So why is it? I know say men go like that one. You know, the Yoruba. Say Yoruba ni woman and say I don't understand why this one put the picture of the Bobby there. You know, inside the Bobby, you know, I can't show you because, you know, if I turn the camera, it will show you some other things behind. But the Bobby, he write Yoruba. The man, he put Igbo. So they can't put the man. You know, it's crazy. This was where you travel now. I mean, we don't have the passport yet. But eventually, we're going to have the passport. 1 minute. Hello. Program. All right. I love about, you know, Nigerians are they are very, very creative people, you know. That's why I say that country, eh? So this is what they do. They forget about their sorrow. Yeah, when you look at the way we don't forget the sorrow now, you know, put the Bobby, put Yoruba there, put the Igbo mouth. Now the Igbo, they suck the Bobby. This one says, so exactly what are you waiting for? Well, we must continue our campaign. This one say, you want a Yoruba nation because of Lagos. Lagos thrived because of the export of oil from the south and the import of commodity through a port. There will be no import if oil is not exported. This is the best time to fight for Yoruba nation. Stop your paralytic sidelining. My condolences to the South. This one say, your problem, these are response from Ifafun Show. This one is Jelili Busari, another Yoruba man. Your problem is much than you do. Your problem is much than you. Do you know a country which have not different ethnic groups with different culture? Your hate against Nigeria make you ignorant. Many people don't know the meaning of Nigeria. So say the hate way somebody hate Nigeria. And that's why they come online with their gullible, you know, message. This one is third. Project Yoruba culture and not Yoruba nation. You know we can't secede. Well, we will wait and see. Time will tell. Yoruba nation wants to reap where it did not sow. This one is Eze Agada. Yoruba nation wants to reap where it did not sow. Until you guys fight war, then the northerners rape your sister, marry them off. The easterners run a food blockade against your father and mother. Una never serious at all. You and your Yoruba agenda is a lame. These are all the, you know, messages under that particular tweet. You can see that we are so divided, but the politicians are so excited because this is exactly what they want. Fight now, fight. You go there, go there, go there and tell them, no, Ifafun, you are wrong. How can you say we should go? No, we are not going anywhere. Go and attack her. Go on our page, attack her, comment there. And eventually, you can read that it is not just the Igbos that hate Yoruba nation. They are Yorubas that hate Yoruba nation. And they're boku. And their ignorance is because they've been told to love Nigeria. They've been told to love Nigeria by the colonial that took us as slaves. Now, let's go back to the final part before I bring the program to an end, which I started with Singapore. I will not sorrow Nibibai. I will not say something without bringing fact and evidence. I told you that over the weekend, there was raid in Singapore. We have known that Singapore has less than 6 million people. Very, very nice place to live. But people want to... Do you know that after that raid, people that were living in some eyebrow area, they were saying that they are not allowed to live there because they are not Singaporeans. I didn't know that you cannot just go and buy houses in some places in Singapore. But these individuals, they've linked them back to Chinese, but they are using a different fraudulent passport. Let me read it according to BBC. Cash, cars, homes seized in 735 million Singapore anti-money laundering raid. Singapore police have seized about $1 billion, including luxury homes, cars, watches, in one of its biggest anti-money laundering probes. Gold bars, designer handbags, wine, and a $23 million in cash were among the items seized in the raid. Police arrested 10 people in the operation, all of whom had foreign passports. They're not in Nigeria, but they be criminal Chinese. But they've changed their passport. They have a different passport that they're operating with. It added that 94 properties, including houses, in some of the country's most sought-after areas were seized along with 50 vehicles. 10 people aged between 31 and 44 were arrested for alleged money laundering and forgery offenses. Police said that those arrested had the passport from China, Cambodia, Turkey, and Vanuatu. The group was suspected to be involved in the laundering the proceeds of crime from their overseas organized crime activities. So some of their crimes will be in Nigeria, because when they are mining, it is the cheap people that they will use to mine, and the big guys will sell the, whatever the resources, and they are living a big lifestyle with Rolls Royce, child, women, girls, live life. The same thing that is happening in Nigeria and most African countries as well. Anyway, the group was suspected to be involved in the laundering of the proceeds of the crime from overseas. Louis Vuitton bag, name them. We have zero tolerance for the use of Singapore as a safe haven. Do you know what is safe haven? People will steal money. They'll go to safe haven, keep the money there so that nobody knows the money is there. Peter Obi money was found in the tax haven. That same Peter Obi where they mention as if he's a saint, his money was found in the tax haven. They're every one of them, so that they do not have enough tax on the money, even though the money was from the wealth of the country in the first place. Our message to this criminal is simple. If we catch you, we will arrest you. If we find you, your ill-gotten gains will be seized then. We will deal with you to the fullest extent of the law. This should have been happening in Nigeria. Do you know that even Ike Keremadu, the EFCC confiscated some of his properties in Dubai and Nigeria? Maybe because it's not at home. Maybe if Atiku have become president, they will have kept it for him. All these and so many. So, like I said, before we finally come to the final part of this program this morning, our lecture. Nigerians love Nigeria, but your politicians hate you so much that they are not going to invest to keep your life better. They will tell you there will be a good Nigeria, a working Nigeria, a best Nigeria, but eventually everybody knows. Like I always say, we are not against Nigerians. We are against this fraudulent foundation that was put together that forced us to live together when we should not live together. I don't want to live in that society anymore. I would rather want to go back to where we are, even if we're going to be poor, than living in Nigeria where our lives does not matter to them. And on that note, I say good morning. All hail the Ambazonia, all hail the Scottish people, the Welsh people, the Yoruba people, the Biafra people, the Arewa people, all the freedom lovers. You don't have to agree with our message, but we will continue to monitor the economy of Nigeria that Bola Tinubu is trying to bring back. Nigeria is the Titanic that has sunk, and it is never, never going to come back up. Thank you so much, Mr. Adewumi Adenipekun. Thank you so much, Prince Adebayo Shitu. Thank you so much, Adekunle Ramon. Sorry to those of you on our MixLR. We keep bouncing back with the audio. I'll try and adjust that before I go on the Star Radio. I'll be coming out again just as we go into our first day with the Star Radio UK morning show. Thank you so much to our mother, our auntie that just spoke to us, Mrs. Esther Azo Adeleke Abubakar. I don't hate Hausa people. We love you. We have trade in Grand North. We have traded in the past. You can have your own system, and I can still come and do granite business with you if that is the only way we can get it, and I'll export it out. But I don't want to live in a society where Zamfara gold belongs to Zamfara. But my own money from the port is circulated under the federal money that is paid every month. Your country failed to work because there's no governance at the bottom. Julia Tosin, good morning. Oyelola Muki, Mr. Wahab. Good morning to every one of you across the 36 states, including the new state, the FCT. We are waiting. Those of you that love Bola Tinubu, it's your right to love him. But Bola Tinubu only has 4 years to fix Nigeria. He will have another 4 years. That is if the opposition, Mukinya Shatishe Ekaboma, if he wins, Adebanjo Sunday, shout out to you. If he doesn't win, the next political party will take. And the way things are, I know that the Labour Party wants to go and regroup. They are very bitter. They are angry. You will never bring Peter Obi in. Not that I support Bola Tinubu, but Bola Tinubu will do everything to make sure he remains in power. That is what power is all about. It is called intoxication. Peter Obi, you are too late. You have to go and wait. Shegwano, good morning to you. Aziz, shout out to you all the way in Miami. Ijaya, love you all. And on that note, this is how far I can go. My name is Olami Koiki. Everybody calls me Koikimedia, the most important journalist. That journalist, where they go out without his press card, because anytime there can be any incident in UK, and I am your only international journalist. Okay, I go with it every day, because if there's a crime here, I will be the only person, apart from other journalists, that will be given access to go and check what is going on. Other people will be told to go back. The police have no right to stop me as long as I put out this. Okay? So you have a good media that is sound, well educated, and is still learning, because you never stop learning.